Yeah, but and I know you guys don't like to talk about Naruto, but I
Oh my
have an
goodness.
idea. Let's say, and this kind of ties into another thing I like. I kind of dislike about was it shonen, but a lot of times in
Everybody
shonen,
like
the
up the
good
stream.
yeah, facts. But a lot of times in shonen, the good guy wins. Imagine if the good guy doesn't win this time. Kawaki takes over the world, or he actually gets his way and actually kills all the Otsutsuki members, and possibly dies before he actually unseals Naruto. It could be a situation in Naruto where it's like, hey,
Oh my
there's like
goodness.
this legendary
Everybody
ninja.
like up the stream.
In fact, but it might not be like the next generation, like in 16 years. It could be like 100 years from now or 200 years from now. Like, hey,
Oh
there's
my
this
goodness.
legendary ninja that was alive like eons ago that fought through multiple wars. And like at that time, maybe power scaling is like a little like significantly less, kind of like the modern situation or modern Hashirama situation. And then they go back, unlock my guy or unseal my guy, and then he comes back to Earth that way. And then he's just this elite guy. And maybe Saruto's about Naruto. Like,
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
know.
Everybody like up the stream.
Saruto's about Naruto. Put that on the shirt, bro. Put that on the shirt. I like that.
Facts.
Saru, come on. Like my whole thing is I don't want to reduce Sarada Uchiha to like a breeding machine, okay? Like her only use is to breed the next generation. Like, no. Like, come on.
No. Even if it's not Sarada's child. I mean, like, it could be like 200 years into the future where it's like a new generation recognizes, hey, Naruto is still alive, Naruto is sealed in the place, and we could possibly get through it through the means of brand new technology where they can actually access different dimensions, and where it's like, yo, we can unlock Naruto and he could possibly solve a lot of the problems in today's world.
I think that's a cool idea. To where like Naruto is
That's
still
super cool.
frozen.
Yeah,
It's almost like the Avatar, to where he's like frozen, but later on they like release him by some means that he comes out, and then at least he still got Hinata, so they can make some new Borutos and Himawari's.
I was shitting on your idea, but I actually like that. I actually do like that. They should make
And
that
Naruto-
a movie or something. That's Naruto, bro.
And Naruto would, possibly that'll be fire. But and Naruto would still be like 33, 34, still in his prime.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
That brings me to a interesting question. Like, what do you guys see like the future of ninja tech being in the series? Like, where do you see it going?
Well, I've already kind of like unveiled my thing, the generator, the chakra generator, where it gives you an automatic or an unlimited supply of chakra.
When do you do this?
Like just in your pocket.
What?
So
when did you do this?
Hmm?
You said you already did this. I said, when did you do this?
No, we talked about this on a pod where it's like hypothetically, like, remember those scrolls, and it doesn't really have to be like an actual scroll, but something of that size that's in your pocket. That's like always gathering chakra. So like it'll be like an infinite storage of chakra, like right on you as a ninja, so you'll never run out of chakra.
It's kind of like what's the name? Not Sakura. Well, yeah, Sakura's 100 healing cells. How it just like continues to store in chakra.
Yeah, it could be like that. Yeah, but
that's interesting.
It'll have a lot less drawbacks, though. A lot less drawbacks.
I mean, what drawbacks does
she kind of gets old? Yeah, she kind of gets old. Takes away some of the cells.
They say that it's stated.
I think so. Yeah, it
because I remember her saying that she didn't have to use none of the chakra for her to look young. That's the only thing I remember. I don't remember anything like that. Like it damages cells and stuff like that.
No, the healing. We're talking about Tsunade, right?
Yeah,
Tsunade and Sakura.
both.
Yeah, with their 100 healing cells.
So like basically, it doesn't like magically heal you. It just does what your body would do normally, just at a rapid pace. So your cells can only divide so many times. So if you increase that, you keep taking damage like a Hashirama. You're shortening your lifespan by doing that.
Or by healing yourself?
Yeah.
Ah, got you.
Mel had the explanation. I had the idea.
Teamwork. There you go.
Well, yeah, Mello, where you see the future of ninja tech in the series, as far as the time skip goes, I should say.
Well, it depends. I would say there's like maybe two routes. You can take it being like external to where it's like the gauntlets, or I don't know, a headset to where you can, I don't know, have some 360 degree field of VR vision or some weird shit. I don't know. Or it could be internal, to where you integrate with the technology like a Kawaki, but more advanced, to where there's really no distinguishing the biological from the mechanical. So I think I like the idea of them all being cyborgs. I think that's probably the most practical thing, because it can't be taken from you. It is you, so
Right.
you have to deal with it. And so I'll go that route. So now that we're on that path, I would say something that's going to enhance them is, see, this is interesting because you can scale it all the way up to the point where they can survive in any environment, even in like magma or ice or desert or acid dimension, right? Just they become these entities almost like godly, with this ability to just constantly produce ungodly amount of mental and physical energy, with their physical bodies being enhanced because they're cyborgs, and because, like the internet, you have access to all this data, your mental energy gets increased, so you're all knowing, and then your chakra just beyond possible. But then you can kind of lower it, depending on how you want to write your story around this. So maybe you can do some kind of social economical classism, to where people who are more rich get more access to more data, so their chakra is more powerful. People who are poor, their cybernetics are a little bit less, and then you can kind of have this like back and forth, the people who are poor versus the people who are rich, and you can actually have some like social commentary that you can kind of play off of. I'm actually borrowing this idea from a show called Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, to a certain extent, minus the cyborg stuff. But yeah, so your main character's from the slums or whatever, and his goal is to get to like the tops or the higher up, to where he can combat whatever enemy or problem he needs to face, and then you get this kind of battle. This would be like a super in the future Saruto, shout out to my boy Bara, type of thing. But just off the top of my head, that's what I would do. Integration. You can go high, you can go low, but integration, I think, is where it should go. But yeah.
That sounds like a decent idea, to be honest.
As
That
far
sounds
as
like.
my bad. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, it sounds like a movie completely separated, but like a movie called In Time, I believe, where it's like money was time, like, and of course when you
I
go
remember
broke,
that.
you
Yeah, I remember
die.
that. You
So,
die.
like,
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
like
I remember that movie. Dang, I ain't seen that movie in a while.
Have to check it out. In Time.
Yeah, it's like one of
Who's
those
in that
movies
movie?
that get you thinking.
Isn't it like the money's in their hand or some shit like that, like in the palm of their hand, and once it runs out, their life run out? I can't. Who's in that movie? I can't remember. It was a long
I
time
don't even
ago.
remember.
Damn, that was a pretty good movie
right
too.
now.
That was pretty
true.
good. But
it was
like
Justin Timberlake was in it. Amanda Seyfried.
Justin Timberlake.
That's why I remember. Yeah, he was like the main character, right? Justin Timberlake.
I haven't seen it in a minute.
I might have to skip that.
I think Justin was the main character.
I like Justin's music, but an actor, bruh, I don't know.
He wasn't that bad though. He wasn't that bad. He was a pretty good actor.
To be honest, I don't even remember. Back then, I probably wasn't even dissecting how people was acting. I was just dissecting the movie.
That's facts. That's facts. But like, my question was more towards like the time skip. Like, where do you guys see like Ninja Tech playing a role in the time skip? As far as like the future chapters goes,
it's gonna be difficult because we don't really know how stable the Hidden Leaf is right now. Because imagine, like, hypothetically, the Hidden Leaf Village is like in complete chaos. Katasuke is probably not necessarily like in his lab cooking up his newest experiments. He probably got to figure out a bunch of other stuff. Like, first things first, who's the next Hokage? Imagine the next Hokage wants to stop all scientific technologies. But if hypothetically everything goes like smoothly in regards to scientific technology, I think it could definitely get scary in regards to upgrading characters. And like, you know how like we talk about how hey, this guy could possibly become a cyborg, or this guy could possibly become a cyborg. In a state of chaos, I think that technology would probably be like some of the most like coveted. Like, even if hypothetically there was like a 40% like death rate or something like that, I think because a lot of people would be like on edge, and a lot of people would want to like gather a lot of power, I think things like that, like even if it's not necessarily to the level of like a Delta, to the level of like a Damon, it's like the higher extent. Even if it's like something very slight, people would probably want, especially ninjas, would probably want some sort of alteration. That's just me.